I came here from Korea in 1966, which was a long time ago. And at that time, Korea was war-torn country. We had nothing. No jobs, of course not. And, it's just to go everywhere. There is bombed places. As soon as you turn a corner, you see bombed buildings. I came here almost without nothing. And I came here, made it out from scratch. I went to school by summer work. And then at that time, I was able to do that. Went to full-time summer jobs. Actually, I had 2 shifts. So it means I worked 16 hours a day. And I was able to support myself through college. And self-made story is, it's good story, but looking back, what kept me going is I was all the time a dreamer. I thought that I could be somebody if I work hard. And having a dream separated me from other people, I think. And so I think it is important that people have a dream. I had a bachelor's degree in English from Campbell College in Buies Creek, North Carolina. And after that, I acquired a master's in English literature from UNC at Greensboro. And after that, I acquired a master's of science in library science from UNC at Chapel Hill in library science. And after that, I acquired JD from North Carolina Central University. And that is my educational background. I was a professional librarian, and while I was a librarian, I noticed that people from similar background, which is immigrants from other countries, needed a voice. So I thought about it, and I went to law school. And then I got my degree. And when I first practiced, I practiced in criminal law. Now my practice is kind of shifted from criminal law to immigration law. Now I am primarily in immigration law with some practice in criminal law and in some other areas. And the first thing that I did when I began practicing, I was thankful that United States of America, gave me a second chance. It was not possible in other countries, but I was given a second chance in starting my career in law. I was a previously librarian. So I wanted to do something good. So I represented someone who was charged with second-degree murder in this state. And then she was serving something like a 20-year term in Central Prison. And I read about that from some of the Koreans. I was originally from Korea. And I thought that she was wrongly convicted of that crime, because what happened was an accident. It was not willful murder of her child, which she was accused of. And so I represented her in a pardon petition to the governor. And I submitted a petition to the governor's office, and the governor's office was open, quite receptive. And they helped me to give me additional lawyers, to proceed on what I was trying to do. And we were finally successful in getting her released. In early part of my career, I did a lot of criminal defense work. I represented people in criminal court, through an indigent appointment, by the court. And I did quite a bit of that. And besides my regular practice, representing people for various different criminal matters. And then I ended up in immigration court, and I saw some dire cases where I was able to free people from jail. And I was surprised for what I was able to do. So I got involved with immigration, and then I have been involved with immigration, I guess, during the last 15 years or more, 20 years, I guess, almost 20 years. So that's my background, and I have been involved with some well-known case in which the case was reported in U.S. World Report and NBC, and some of the networks, cover that. And, I represented a girl from El Salvador who traveled, all solo from El Salvador to find her father here. And that was a story covered in media because of the nature of the story. Little girl traveling all the way about almost 1,000 miles, in search of her father. And she found her father in the state. As you can see, I have several portraits of Abraham Lincoln. I think, I'm always impressed whenever I read something about Abraham Lincoln, what he did. And I went to Lincoln Memorial and reading second inauguration address, it is really moving. So I think that Abraham Lincoln is my hero. My personal achievement, maybe I was able to keep myself as a whole person. I was able to keep my integrity despite all travails of life, trials and all ups and downs, and I kept my faith, and I still am in a person who is intact, not broken down, and that is, I think that is an achievement. And I was a lawyer dedicated to public service, service to others. I thought that was my mission, to be of service to public. That's what I have done, and I hope all lawyers realize their main goal is not to just simply be a good lawyer in certain area, but main ultimate goal of every lawyer is to do some good to other human beings.